So I finally watched the One Piece live action, and I actually really liked it. It was surprisingly good. To be fair, I haven't read One Piece in like 5 years, and I've seen people point out inconsistencies between the live action show and the manga. Like, for example, Mary was the butler, not Clawhador. Clawhador? But that doesn't stop the cat and mouse chase, see what I did there, in the show from being suspenseful. Plus the dialogue between Clawhador and Kaya hits a lot more harder. That scene had me tearing up. And the actor they got to play Clawhador looks so much like the character and did his mannerisms so well, it was uncanny. It seriously unlocked some memories because I forgot the character existed. Oh god, don't get me started on the casting. They did just a fantastic job, I'm not gonna lie. I did have my concerns, mostly with Nami and Sanji. With only the trailers to go off of, I didn't have a full grasp of the actress's range, and Sanji is such a thirsty perv that I wasn't sure how they were gonna pull it off. But the actress who plays Nami is great, and Sanji's actor, Taz Skylar, is also handsome. Oh, sorry. Freudian slip. Is also awesome. Apparently, to prepare for the role, Taz Skylar learned kickboxing and how to cook, even going so far as to cook for the whole film crew. What a man. And McKinney is as Zoro. He's so cool and buff and sexy. But Zoro's personality is definitely different in the show than in the anime and manga, I noticed. But still, I enjoyed it nonetheless. And oh my god, when they introduced Dracula Mihawk, the fight scene was so badass. The actor, Stephen Ward, was amazing. The bored voice, the intense, unblinking stare, and his confrontation with Zoro, and not meeting him up with Shanks. I think I found a new ship. I honestly loved his performance so much. I literally tried to get my sister to watch the show too, so I had an excuse to see Mihawk's scenes again. Of course, we gotta talk about Buggy. When he was introduced in the show, he was intimidating, intense, and entertaining, as a clown should be. And in the anime and manga, Buggy was, you know, a little more silly. I heard that he gets better later on in the original series. I don't know if they meant power-wise or character-wise, but I'll take their word for it since the last thing I remember was the Mont Blanc Nolan arc. Was that before or after they teamed up with Frankie and Brooke? Look, it's been years, alright. Luffy's actor is great, of course. The special effects were good, too. The realistic snail radios will forever haunt my nightmares. The CGI, man, you can tell they put a lot of work into the CGI to blend seamlessly with everything. It never felt weird or out of place. The show was so good it made me want to go back and watch the anime. And of course, watching the anime made me want to read the manga again. I can understand why One Piece is such a popular show. I swear, the more I learn about the making of the show, the more excited I am for the second season. How almost everyone in the cast is a fan of One Piece, the fact the showrunner's favorite character is Mihawk, and it definitely shows. That even the camera crew and everyone who helped work on the show had a fun time. That Oda-sensei was brought on to supervise the project and was so determined for the show to stay faithful to the characters that he rejected anything he thought didn't fit. Even going so far as disguising himself and sneaking into a premiere of the adaptation to gauge the fans' reaction. It really gives me hope about its future. From what I understand, they have the scripts for season 2 already written out. They're just waiting for a conclusion to the actor strikes, I think. And it seems like they did come to a conclusion, if from what I heard on the news is correct. But it's estimated the second season might take a year or so to complete. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I am curious though how they'll bring Chopper and Brook to life. Those characters are definitely not something you see every day. If I had to point something out that seemed off to me, it was definitely the scene with Zoro and Luffy after the Mihawk fight. Zoro tells Luffy that he doesn't want to disappoint him. And I felt that was a little much. I know they were in a lot of exciting situations up until this point, but it felt undeserved. In the manga, Zoro and Luffy go on many adventures before Zoro challenges Mihawk. At that point, their bond had solidified not only as captain and first mate, but also as brothers. So when he said he didn't want to disappoint Luffy, it hit hard and made sense. It definitely felt rushed to me that they had such a strong bond so early in the show. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not one-for-one recreation of the anime, but I think the production was very well handled and I love the show for what it is. A good time. I can tell they had a lot of passion for this project and they stayed as faithful to the source material as they could while going over certain arcs and story beats. I really hope One Piece fans give this show a chance. The most I took away from the show was the inspiration to follow your dreams, a sentiment I wholeheartedly support. For too long I feel like people have been discouraged to follow their dreams, that they're not being realistic. We have so much available to us nowadays, anything is possible. You just have to take that first step. It's never easy, it's hard work, but if you dedicate yourself, it'll all be worth it in the end. Of course, for me, my dream is to be a big YouTuber. I never expected to be a VTuber, but you never know where life takes you. I hope you follow your dreams. I hope you don't give up. Well, that's all I got. If you like this content, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go read some yaoi. I hope you guys have a good night, and goodbye. I kind of regret showing my sister the adaptation because she also likes Mihawk now, and now we're fighting over him. I want Mihawk to say he likes my hat too. Oh, and I also noticed that whenever I went back to obsessively watch Mihawk's scenes, every time I pulled up Netflix, the One Piece adaptation wasn't being advertised. Usually when a new original show releases, Netflix advertises the heck out of it. But for One Piece, I had to manually search for it. Strange. It's almost as if Netflix is embarrassed about the popularity of a show that stays faithful to the source material. But maybe I'm just being paranoid.